Miss Billie Holiday.
Reporters keep asking me, Billy, why you do the things you do? This is what I tell them. I love me. We love you. Why not take
And the NAACP says Billie Holiday is the voice of our people.
She had such a magnetism to her. And I'm like, okay, it's like, I could say to myself, how do I get that? You know, but it's not really a thing that you kind of attain, right? It's sort of this wellspring. It just kind of pours out of you and draws people to you. So I think that was the most fascinating thing, was that so many different people, even people who hated her or were supposed to hate her, were drawn to her. And so I actually have a theory that Harry Anslinger was, I mean, not a theory. I mean, I think he was obsessed with her, not just and taking her down, but I think he had an uncomfortable obsession with her that he was sort of trying to quell. You know, I think the most challenging thing for me also was first pulling up trauma and pain and emotions that I had done away with in my life so long ago, and facing those things and living with those things. And actually the greatest challenge for me as of late has been coming out of her. That's really, there's a part of me that I don't want to let her go. I really enjoyed the commingling of our spirits, so I have to be healthy and move on. But that was the really challenging part for me.
Signs and trees.
Get her off that stage.
They're strange fruit. They won't let me sing nowhere. No clubs, no money, no nothing.
I think the reason that it's relevant now is because she was a fighter. You know, the reality is we were never able to tell the story. And as much as I love Lady Sings the Blues, I love Diana's performance, and I think it's bar none, but there was only so much we could say as Black people in 1972 when the movie was made, 73. But because, you know, Harry J. Anslinger was still alive, J. Edgar Hoover was still in power, you know, and so I think now the world is able to see, she is truly the godmother of civil rights. Her fighting and standing up and singing Strange Fruit, she was fighting for everybody, not just Black people, all people of color, all marginalized community, the LGBTQ community, for women, for, you know, and so she was really standing up for everyone. And I think that now there's a lot more transparency, and we're beginning to see a lot more things that we've been dealing with as a community. And the story is relevant, but the story has always been relevant. And that's something that we've said before, you know, it was relevant when my grandmother was young. It was relevant when my mother was young. The story's always been relevant. And so I'm hoping that as we continue to tell the truth about these stories, that the more you begin to see the contribution of people of color, and the more you begin to see the contribution of Black people, of women, you know, of these communities, that you can't hate someone that helped to build, you know, the very soil that you stand on. And so I think it's imperative that we tell these truths.
You think I'm gonna stop singing that song? You grandkids will be singing Strange Fruit.